Hi Year 3 and welcome to Thursday's writing session. Now in this lesson we are going to be writing the next paragraph or the final paragraph of our Magic Box poems. Now if you joined me yesterday you will have written the first two verses of the poem, and today we're going to look a little bit more about what we might be doing with our box. So what type of words might that be? Well done, verbs. We're also going to have a think about what our box is made from, so we're going to get a little bit creative today. But first, let's get our brains ready and in the mode for verbs with a nice spelling challenge.
What word class do these words belong to? Are they adjectives? Are they nouns? Or are they verbs? Try and add the suffix ing to each word. Think about what spelling rule you will need. Do you need to drop the E? Do you need to double the consonant? Or do you just need to add ing? Our learning objective today is to describe the magic box. You will need a piece of paper or a book and a pen or pencil. Our key vocabulary for the lesson: we have noun, verb and verse. We're going to write the next paragraph of our Magic Box poem today. We're focusing on this paragraph from the Waggle, the Magic Box. And I'm going to read it to you in a moment. But before I read it, what I would like you to do is focus on what this verse is telling us. My box is fashioned from ice, gold and steel, with stars on the lid and secrets in the corners. Its hinges are the toe joints of dinosaurs. Pause the video now and have a think about what this verse is telling us. Great, well done. Now hopefully you will have realised that this verse is telling us about what the box is made from and what it looks like. So we're going to have a think about our own boxes now. What does your box look like? Pause the video now and have a little think about what it might look like. Now you've had a little think about what it might look like, we're going to draw the outside of our box together. I'm going to show you mine first, then it'll be your turn to have a go at your box.
The first part of today's lesson is to draw the outside of our magic box. Now, earlier in the week, we drew the inside and the items that are going on the inside. Today, we are going to draw the outside. So I'm going to start by just drawing the basic shape of my box. Okay, I've just got the basic outline of my box and I've put a little keyhole in the middle here. Now I'm going to think about some things that I would like to have on my box for it to be made from. Okay, I've been inspired by the weather recently and I would like my box to have some snowflakes, be made from snowflakes. Now remember, it doesn't need to be realistic, okay? It's your imagination, it's your magical box. It can be made from what you choose. Okay, I've got some snowflakes on my box. I would also like some diamonds on my box. Okay, I've drawn some snowflakes now and some diamonds. And then I'd also like glitter. Now, if I had glitter, maybe I could use it, but I don't, so I'm just going to add some things that would remind me of glitter. Okay, so on my box I'm going to write the words now, the nouns of the things that I've got. Snowflakes, diamonds, and glitter. So I've got the three things that my box is made from. You could have different things, like in the poem, you could have gold, you could have metal, you could have wire. I'm also going to think about what's going to be on my lid. I'd like something on the top of my lid. I've got puppies inside, so I'm going to put paw prints on my lids. Okay, I've drawn a couple of paw prints on my lid. I might add some buckles in the corners. I might also add some here. Okay, you might want to colour your box in or add a little bit more detail to your box, and that's fine. But make sure you have the 3 things that your box is going to be made from and something special on your lid. Paw prints.
Here is the writing frame that we're going to use to talk about what our box looks like. Now you'll notice it's very similar to the Waggle that we looked at, the Magic Box poem. I'm going to model how to use this writing frame for my drawing of the box, and then it will be your turn to have a go yourself.
Okay, I'm starting with the first line of this verse. So I've taken from the writing frame, my box is fashioned from. Now thinking about my box that I have just drawn, I'm thinking of those 3 things that my box is made from, because this word here, fashioned, is another word for made or created. Okay, my box is fashioned from, and I had glitter, because I'm creating a list sentence, I need a comma. Glitter, snowflakes, and, because I've got 1 item, comma, 2 items, and my 3rd thing goes after my and. Glitter, snowflakes, and, can you remember what my other thing was? Well done. Diamonds. There's my first line of this verse. Now I'm on to my second line in the verse, and I know from my writing frame I start with, my box is fashioned from glitter, snowflakes and diamonds with, now what did I have on the lid? Well, I've done paw prints, with paw prints on the lid. And now this is where I really need to use my imagination. What am I going to have in the corners of my box when you open it up? With paw prints on the lid and hugs in the corners.
Now I'm moving on to think about my 3rd and final line. What did I decide that my hinges were made from?
Now I'm thinking about my 3rd and final line, about the hinges on my box. Now this could be made from whatever you want. It doesn't have to be something that you would actually make a hinge from. Okay, you can use your imagination. Its hinges are, I'm going to choose my hinges to be made from feathers. Its hinges are made from feathers. Now, I could finish my line there. Its hinges are made from feathers, but I'm going to add a little bit more detail and say, when does that lid open with the hinges? Its hinges are made from feathers which open in the wind or in the breeze. In the wind. Its hinges are made from feathers which open in the wind. And there is my verse about what my box looks like and what it's made from. Would you read it with me using your noisy punctuation? My box is fashioned from glitter, snowflakes and diamonds, with paw prints on the lid and hugs in the corners. Its hinges are made from feathers which open in the wind. Well done. Now it's time to have a go at your verse using the structure that I'm going to put on the board for you.
Here are your Chilli challenges for writing the next verse. I will put the structure that I used up after this slide, so you can pause the video then. If you're doing Chilli 1, I'd just like you to use the writing frame and your picture to write your verse. If you're choosing Chilli 2 today, can you add some adjectives? Think of those nouns, the things that your box is made from, and add some adjectives to describe them. And then Chilli 3, can you add more detail about the hinges? So with mine, instead of just leaving it that its hinges are made from feathers, I added that extra little bit of information, which open with the wind. So see if you can add a little bit extra information to your verse too. Off you go. Now we've come to the end of today's lesson. I thought it would be a great opportunity to look at some of the magic boxes that you created. Well done to Joseph in 3B. You've been really creative with the verbs that you've chosen to use. And well done to Rosie in 3P. I love that your dancer is upside down. Energising is a great adjective too. Also, well done to Oscar, DO, in 3H. You've included a nice range of items. And well done to Mia in 3C. As well as being colourful, you have included some alliteration, magnificent mermaids. You have all earned yourself 2 dojo points. Well done in today's lesson, and I look forward to reading some of your poems. See you tomorrow.